Okay, what if I told you there's a fruit that was once literally poised to take over the world, only to completely vanish from the mainstream? This is the wild story of the naranjia, the fruit that was supposed to be the future of breakfast.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. That is a massive claim. Scientists, real experts, genuinely believed this little fruit could knock the orange off its throne. Back in the mid-20th century, the hype around the naranjilla was absolutely real. Its potential felt limitless. So how does a fruit with that much buzz just disappear? That's the huge mystery we're going to unpack today. This is a story about biology, it's about big industry, and it's about a fruit that, as you're about to see, pretty much refused to be tamed.
Yeah, way before Western entrepreneurs started seeing dollar signs, the naranjilla was already a legend. Indigenous cultures in the Andes called it the golden fruit, and they used it as a metabolic reset button, a seriously powerful natural detoxifier to cleanse the body.
So to really understand its downfall, we first have to get a handle on its incredible rise as the nectar of the Incas.
This timeline just shows you how respected this fruit was through history. We're talking millennia ago. It was a health staple in the Andes. Then, flash forward to the 1550s, and you have Spanish chroniclers raving about it, and by the 1930s, it hit the big time. It was being sold with huge success in New York and London as the nectar of the Incas.
Okay, but this is exactly where the story takes a tragic turn. The attempt to industrialize the naranjilla, well, it led to a complete and total biological collapse.
This slide right here illustrates the core problem perfectly. On the left, that's its natural home, a cool, shady, microbially rich cloud forest. And on the right, that's where industrial agriculture tried to force it to grow. Hot, sun-baked, exposed fields. It was just a complete biological mismatch.
You see, in its native soil, the plant's roots were protected by all that rich, diverse life. But in the stressed-out, artificial environment of a plantation, a microscopic monster was waiting. The root knot nematode absolutely thrived in these new conditions, attacking the plant's vulnerable roots with just devastating results.
And the result was exactly as grim as this sounds. Fields that were supposed to be thriving turned into graveyards. The whole experiment was a catastrophic failure. And faced with a plant that just wouldn't cooperate, the agricultural industry did what it does best. It gave up and walked away. But believe it or not, the soil was only half the problem. As it turns out, the fruit itself had this rebellious streak, making it what you might almost call an anti-capitalist fruit. It was completely incompatible with the machinery of the time.
The naranjilla had two major issues that were just a logistical nightmare. First, as you can see, its fuzzy skin had to be rubbed off by hand. No machine could do it right. And second, the moment it hit that peak of perfect ripeness, it became so delicate that it would just get bruised and spoiled during shipping. It was a complete non-starter for mass production.
And that, right there, was the final nail in the coffin. The industry slapped it with the label economically unviable. I mean, why would you struggle with this sensitive, temperamental fruit when you had the bulletproof Valencia orange? Easy to grow, easy to ship, easy to process. The naranjilla was simply left behind.
But here's the real tragic irony. When the industry walked away, we lost more than just a unique flavor. We lost a forgotten superpower, a truly incredible nutritional powerhouse. Let's take a look at what was actually inside this thing.
Just look at this comparison. When it comes to vitamin B3, or niacin, which is absolutely essential for your body's energy production, the naranjilla packs in nearly 4 times the amount of a standard orange. That's not a small difference. That is a staggering difference.
And the benefits don't even stop there. This table shows exactly why its traditional use as a detoxifier was so spot on. It has these rare enzymes that help clear metabolic waste, powerful antioxidants, and just huge amounts of vitamins A and C.
So, while the industrial world gave up on the naranjilla, its story is far from over. For any of you home gardeners out there, this is an incredible opportunity. Let's look at how you can actually grow your own. The whole key is just to mimic its natural habitat. It needs partial shade, rich soil, and consistent moisture. It doesn't like to dry out. And check out this pro tip. Using a grafted plant can give it immunity to those nasty nematodes and get you fruit a whole lot faster. And once you have the fruit, enjoying it is so simple. The classic way to prepare it is a Colombian drink called a lulada. As you can see, you just scoop out the pulp, mash it up, and mix it with some lime, water, and a sweetener. People say the taste is this amazing, unique blend of rhubarb,
pineapple, and lime. All right, now this next part is super important. A critical safety warning: the Narangilla is in the nightshade family, and it has some toxic relatives, so pay close attention here. The safe plant has massive, broad leaves, often with purple veins. The toxic lookalikes have smaller, thornier leaves. Positive identification is absolutely essential.
And here are 3 final, simple safety rules. 1. Only eat it when it's fully orange and soft. Unripe fruit is bad news. 2. Always rub that fuzzy stuff off the skin with a cloth. And 3. If you're sensitive to other nightshades, like tomatoes or eggplant, just be cautious.
In the end, this whole story is about so much more than just one fruit. The Narangilla is a powerful reminder of a simple truth, perfectly summarized right here. Our modern food system is so often built on the crops that are easiest to produce, not necessarily the ones that are the healthiest for us.
Which, of course, leaves us with this final question to think about. The Narangilla was labeled uneconomical and just cast aside. It really makes you wonder, what other incredible superfoods have we forgotten simply because they didn't fit neatly into an industrial box?